Welcome to another edition of Churches of Italy with Sam Newton and Sebastian Sands. Here we are in the Piazza di San Marco, which is also known as St. Mark's Square. Now we're climbing up the Campanile di San Marco, which was originally built as a watchtower in the 9th century and was then used after that as a bell tower and has 5 different bells that signify 5 different things. Here's an aerial view of the Basilica, which you can see has many domes from its Byzantine architecture. St. Mark's Basilica was built in 828 AD to hold the body of St. Mark. It was destroyed in a fire in 976 and then rebuilt in the year 1063. It's located in Venice, which was a city set up by traders who had strong connections to the west, which would explain why its architecture has Byzantine roots. Here we can see that the Catholic Church had much influence on the art of the time, as you can see by the decoration in the fresco, which is seen all over the church. Thanks, Sebastian. What a great kid. Okay, here we are on the side of the Basilica. Notice the stained glass windows, which the church obviously influenced. There is one central dome and smaller domes over each of the 4 apses that the new St. Mark's Basilica showed it had close associations with the east as well as the west. Over the centuries, gold mosaics, alabaster sculptures, marble inlays, and a variety of bas reliefs were added to cover the basilica's entire facade. This is the San Giacomo di Rialto, which was built in 421 and then reconstructed again in 1071, believed to be the oldest building in Venice. And this is the Santo Stefano, a 13th century Gothic church. And just a little interesting fact, Martin Luther once said Mass inside. Thanks, Sam, that was very interesting. Here we can see the Basilica di Santa Maria del Fiore. This basilica was built by Franciscan monks and completed in 1338. It is the 2nd largest church in Venice, next to the Basilica di San Marco. It was built with Italian Gothic architecture with brick that emphasizes simplicity as the Franciscans take a vow of poverty when entering the order. Here we can see that it is built in the shape of a cross like many other churches that use the same Gothic style. The Santa Maria del Fiore, the Florence Cathedral. Many people call it the first masterpiece of Renaissance architecture. It was designed in the year 1296, but wasn't constructed until the early 15th century by Filippo Brunelleschi. Brunelleschi won a contest to design the dome, and in doing so, he invented many machines that enabled him to lift over 4 million bricks to complete the dome. He was able to do it without having a center structure that would hold the dome in place, and completed the dome in the year 1436. As we move to the side of the building, we can see the Renaissance and Italian Gothic style architecture. Notice the use of geometric shapes such as rectangles and triangles in the construction. These were commonly used by Renaissance architects of the time. The walls are made of marble and imported from around the region. This cathedral is huge. Now look behind and you'll see the Palazzo della Signoria, which housed the rulers of Florence. Up here you see Giotto's Campanile. Giotto di Bondone, the famous architect and painter, started this giant bell tower and was inspired by Gothic architecture in the year 1348, but he died of the Black Death. After Giotto's death, Francesco Tarenti continued with the project with slight variation in his design. Tarenti enlarged each rising floor so that all 3 floors seem exactly the same size when viewed from below. Trump Lord! As we climb the dome, we reach the highest point in all of Florence. Look how high we are!
I was gonna go to class before I got high. Come on, y'all. Check it out. I could've cheated and I could've passed, but I got high. I'm taking it next semester, and I know why. Why, man? Yeah, cause I got high. Because I got high. Because I got high. Go to the next.
Thanks for watching this installment of Churches in Italy. We hope to see you next time. Bye.